Hey, yo, what's the deal? That's your boy Tag from Pro Wrestling Tag, you know what I mean? As of this recording right now, it's 1:39 p.m., August 20th, 2025, and this is the second video of the day. And before I get into the topic, I just want to mention a couple of things. So number one, I do plan on making some changes to the channel within the next couple of weeks, potentially. You know what I mean? I'm going to see if I can make the content a little bit more professional, but still be the exact same. You know what I mean? Like, and I'll let you know what I'm talking about. You know what I mean? When it happens, you know. So possibly in the next couple of weeks, there will be some changes. You know what I mean? In this channel, some good positive changes while still keeping the same format as such. I'm not going to show my face though. I'm never going to show my face. Know what I mean? I will not reveal my face. Know what I mean? Maybe if I get to like 100,000 subscribers, then yeah. You know, yeah, then maybe I probably will do like a face reveal. But as of right now, you know, as of August 20th, 2025, I am not going to show my face at all. Sorry. I mean, but I already gave a description on how I look like. I'm a Puerto Rican guy from Brooklyn. You know what I mean? So, who loves talking pro wrestling? You know what I mean? So, yeah. But let me get into the topic. So, and oh yeah, by the way, thank you for for anybody who is subscribed to the channel. I do have some new subscribers. Welcome. You know what I mean? Welcome to my channel, Pro Wrestling Tag. You know what I mean? I speak about pro wrestling in an unfiltered manner. A very, very unfiltered manner, you know, in a New Yorker's point of view. But I love pro wrestling, you know. So what you see is what you're gonna get. So Alberto Del Rio. We know that Del Rio or El Patron is he's a very polarizing figure in professional wrestling. Very polarizing. You know, there is a lot of negative connotation around Alberto Del Rio with not only the way he exited WWE, but also like his problems back in AAA before he got signed with WWE. The whole thing with him and Sin Cara, and then you know, how he was brought back to the company a second time, you know, the first time, you know, all that controversy there. And then also on top of that, the shit with him and Paige and a lot of things that he said. So basically, and he was talking shit about Triple H and everything. So he burnt bridges right then and there, right? But ironically enough, when WWE purchased Triple H, Alberto Del Rio was their world champion. And we all figured that he was going to be gone completely. You know, WWE has no interest in bringing Alberto Del Rio back, right? And, you know, somehow they still kept him. You know, he lost the championship and they kept him and such. But now there are people in WWE that are vouching for him to come back, right? And what scares me is the fact that WWE is going to bring this man onto WWE programming. That's the thing that scares the fuck out of me. You know, what scares me is WWE is going to, they are going to, you know, I mentioned the thing about him and Saraya. The WWE is going to basically fold under the pressure of not bringing him back and actually going to do it. You know what I mean? Because, you know, people in Mexico actually like Alberto Del Rio, right? He basically he's a monster superstar there, right? And the fact that WWE is, you know, or the people in the back are, you know, are vouching for his return, to me, that's a painful negative. And I have a a very painful feeling in my body that WWE is going to do it. You know what I mean? That they're going to do it. And it's going to cause a lot of negatives, right? It's definitely going to cause a whole lot of negatives to the point where they can just bring on anybody back. And that's going to be a problem. That is going to be a legit fucking problem because we know the history of Alberto Del Rio in the WWE. You know what I mean? It's not rainbows and sunshines with this man. It's not. It's never been. It's never been. You know what I'm saying? And, you know, the thing is, if they bring him back, right? Here's my thing. If they ever bring back Alberto Del Rio, which I hope to God they don't. I really, really, really hope they don't. If they bring him back, right? This is just hypothetically, right? This is just hypothetically. If they wound up bringing back Alberto Del Rio, right? They're gonna have to make him stay in AAA. You're gonna have to make him stay in AAA. Like there is no fucking way that that he even appears on WWE television on the main roster, mind you. You know. Sorry about the long pause. You know, on the main roster, because there's going to be people, and you know, I know there are detractors there that is going to wait for this if it happens. They're waiting for if and when WWE does this to shit on this all over social media, specifically the AEW sickos. Specifically these motherfuckers. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, it's going to be a trickle effect if they wind up doing that. To me, you know, from a wrestling standpoint, right? What does Alberto Del Rio have to bring to the main roster? What does he have to bring? There's basically nothing that he brings. Nothing. He brings absolutely nothing to, you know, to what we see on the main roster. You know, what you want to see him, who the fuck you want to see him against? Huh? Who you want to see him against? Where you want to see him against Seth Rollins? Huh? You want to see him against Cody Rhodes? I mean, who? CM Punk? Who? Drew McIntyre? Who else? Fucking, what, Rey Mysterio? You know what I'm saying? There's a reason why WWE, I'll tell you the real reason why WWE gave the AAA championship to Del Kingo. You know, Val Kingo. Hold on real quick. Yeah, sorry about that. Why they gave the championship to Hijo del Kingo. I'll tell you the reason why. Because of where he was at before. You know, before all this, AEW, right? And WWE looks at him as, you know, they basically look at Val Kingo as a potential star that they can build up, right? Now, what that video that I did a couple of days ago where I think AAA should be basically like WWE's version of Ring of Honor, and also it should be their version of AEW too. It should be. I mean, it clearly should be. But, you know, he was in AEW. Vikingo was in AEW. And now he's basically the AAA champion. So they look at him as the man to, you know, as the face of AAA. Right? So, and I know people wanted Dom. I mean, Dom is probably going to get that championship at some point. You know what I mean? And he deserves it. Dom is fucking great. Dominic Mysterio is fucking terrific, man. But going back to Del Rio, WWE is not going to put their eggs on a Del Rio basket when he has so much controversy behind his back with the company and professional wrestling in general that it is nearly fucking impossible. It is nearly impossible to even, you know, to even consider any sort of run, period, with Alberto Del Rio. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, he's 48, but that doesn't mean shit. It's not. It can be any age. It doesn't matter what the fuck. Look at Tessa Blanchard. Look at Tessa Blanchard, right? Tessa Blanchard has a black mark in her career. You know what I mean? Tessa Blanchard. See, I put Alberto Del Rio legit in the same line as Tessa Blanchard. The exact same line. Because of the bullshit that they did. You know what I mean? The bullshit that they did. Like, you know, the people who I put in that list, honestly, there's a couple of names who I put on a big blacklist. A huge blacklist. Right? Del Rio, Tessa Blanchard, Joey Ryan, Marty Skrull. You know what I'm saying? Like those names. Velveteen Dream. Those names you had to put in a certain space because of, you know, they're poison. They're legit poison in this fucking industry. You know, so the fact that the wrestlers are vouching to bring back Alberto Del Rio, nah, that ain't gonna fly, man. I see Rey Mysterio wants to bring him back. See, a lot of people in the back could want, you know, WWE to bring back Alberto Del Rio, or Alberto El Patron, but it's basically up to WWE. And I'm glad WWE is right now sticking to their stance, saying, fuck Del Rio. Fuck that nigga. I'm not bringing that dude back. Fuck out of here. You know? But we'll see what happens. I hope that doesn't happen, but I have a scary chill in my body that they're going to do it. Eventually. But I'm about to be out, guys. I will be coming with another video tonight, so I'm going to holler at y'all. All right? Peace.